Before tragedy struck, Hiroshima thrived as the city of water, woven together by the Ota River's 7 estuaries and hundreds of bridges. Mornings began with the river's gentle lapping and the scent of salt water drifting from the Seto Inland Sea. Children's laughter filled tree-lined streets as they walked to school. Shopkeepers greeted their first customers and life moved to the rhythm of seasons and tides. Hiroshima's heart was its people, families rooted for generations, sharing stories and traditions. Evenings brought families together around low tables, grandparents recounting tales of old Japan. Young couples strolled through Hijiyama Park, gazing at city lights. Despite its military presence, for most, Hiroshima was simply home, a place of safety and belonging. The city blended old and new ancient temples beside modern cinemas, streetcars clanging down Aioi-dori, and the castle standing guard. Progress and tradition coexisted, grounding Hiroshima in history while looking to the future. War loomed in the background. Young men drafted, rationing, and air raid drills became routine. Yet Hiroshima had been spared the firebombings that devastated other cities. Many believed or hoped it would remain untouched. Life continued. People fell in love, children played, dreams grew under the watchful mountains. The city's resilience and spirit defined it more than any military significance. Hiroshima was a tapestry of ordinary lives, each thread woven with hope. The river's calm mirrored the city's sense of continuity. Even as uncertainty grew, daily life persisted. The future for a moment still seemed bright, but everything was about to change. Across the Pacific, a secret city rose in New Mexico, Los Alamos. Here, brilliant minds gathered for the Manhattan Project, racing to unlock atomic power before Nazi Germany. Guided by Einstein's equation, Oppenheimer and Fermi worked to turn theory into a weapon. Their mission? Create a chain reaction, split the atom, and unleash unprecedented force. The stakes were global. The outcome could end or prolong the war. By summer 1945, Germany had surrendered, but the Pacific War raged on. The U.S. faced a costly invasion of Japan. President Truman weighed a terrible choice. The bomb, born from fear of the Nazis, was now aimed at Japan to force surrender. On July 16, 1945, the Trinity test succeeded. Oppenheimer quoted, "Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds." The atomic age had begun. The weapon was ready. Far away, Hiroshima's fate was sealed. The countdown had started. The world stood on the brink of a new era, and Hiroshima was at its center. Before dawn on August 6, 1945, the B-29 Enola Gay prepared for its mission on Tinian Island. Its crew, led by Colonel Paul Tibbets, carried a new weapon, Little Boy, a uranium bomb. The flight to Japan was routine, the sky clear, the Pacific vast below. The men knew the bomb's power but not its full significance. Their orders: deliver the payload to Hiroshima. As the sun rose, Japan's coastline appeared. Weather scouts confirmed Hiroshima was clear, cloud cover minimal, the final order bomb primary target. The Enola Gay began its approach. Below, Hiroshima's residents resumed daily life after a routine air raid siren. Breakfast, chores, and school continued. No one noticed the lone silver plane high above. No one imagined their world was about to be shattered. The city was awake, alive, and unaware. In minutes, history would change forever. The mission was nearly complete. The world held its breath. At 8:15 a.m., the Enola Gay released Little Boy over Hiroshima. The bomb fell for 43 seconds, arming itself in descent. The crew banked away, bracing for the unknown. A blinding flash, Pika, brighter than 1,000 suns, erased the city's heart. Shadows burned onto walls. Tens of thousands died in an instant. Heat hotter than the sun melted stone and metal, incinerating everything near the hypercenter. Then came the dawn, the deafening blast wave, flattening buildings and hurling people through the air. Fires erupted everywhere, merging into a monstrous firestorm. The sky darkened, sun blotted out by smoke and dust. Hiroshima, once vibrant, became a scorched wasteland in seconds. Survivors staggered through devastation, the city unrecognizable. The apocalypse had arrived not as myth, but as reality. The world's first atomic attack had begun. Silence and chaos mingled in the ruins. The city of water was gone. Only devastation remained. For survivors, a new nightmare began. The city was flattened, replaced by smoldering rubble and choking dust. Silence was broken only by fires and the cries of the wounded. Burned, dazed people wandered, skin hanging in tatters, seeking water in the rivers. The rivers, once life-giving, now ran red with the dead and dying. Help was nearly non-existent. Hospitals, doctors, and fire stations destroyed. Survivors relied on each other, searching for loved ones and freeing the trapped. The scale of suffering was overwhelming. Burns were severe, glass and debris embedded deep in flesh. Then, a mysterious illness appeared. Fever and nausea, purple spots, hair loss and bleeding. Radiation, the bomb's invisible poison, began its deadly work. The effects lingered, claiming lives for weeks and years. Families were torn apart, hope replaced by horror. The city's infrastructure had vanished. The living and dead mingled in a landscape of loss. Hiroshima's agony had only just begun. The true cost of the bomb was only starting to unfold. The world would soon learn its name. Hours after the blast, black rain fell thick, radioactive, staining everything. Survivors desperate for water drank the poison, unaware of its danger. The rain contaminated wells, rivers, and soil, compounding the suffering. Hiroshima's wounds were not just physical, the bomb poisoned the land and future. Survivors, the Hibakusha, bore deep psychological scars haunted by memories, guilt, and loss. They faced discrimination, isolation, and fear of radiation's long-term effects. Many struggled to find work, marry, or live normal lives. The bomb's legacy was not confined to one day, it was a lifelong burden. The city's pain was invisible as much as visible. Hiroshima became a symbol of nuclear horror and human endurance. The scars, seen and unseen, would shape generations. News from Hiroshima was confused. No one understood the bomb's true nature at first. President Truman's announcement revealed the atomic bomb to the world, sparking awe and dread. In Allied nations, relief and celebration mixed with unease. Some saw the bomb as a miracle that ended the war. Others feared its implications. Scientists and commentators warned humanity had crossed a terrifying threshold. 3 days later, Nagasaki was bombed. Japan surrendered soon after. The war ended, but the victory was shadowed by the bomb's devastation. The atomic age had begun, igniting debates about morality and necessity. Hiroshima became a symbol of suffering, of warning, of the dangers of nuclear weapons. The world was forced to confront its own capacity for destruction. The story of Hiroshima would echo for generations. In the aftermath, Hiroshima was a city of ruins and ghosts. Many thought it uninhabitable, but its people refused to give up. Survivors built shelters amid the rubble, determined to rebuild. The city's spirit of reconstruction was remarkable, a testament to resilience. Plans emerged for a new Hiroshima, dedicated not to war but to peace. The A-bomb dome was preserved as a stark reminder. With help from Japan and abroad, the city slowly rose from ashes. Streets, bridges, schools, and homes were rebuilt. By the 1950s, Hiroshima thrived again, forever changed. The Peace Memorial Park became its heart, a place for remembrance and hope. The park, museum, and monuments honored victims and called for peace. Hiroshima's rebirth was a moral statement. From tragedy, hope could rise. The city vowed never to forget, and never to repeat, the past. Today, Hiroshima is vibrant and modern, its rivers and green spaces alive again. The city embraces its past, transforming scars into a message for humanity. Each August 6th, Hiroshima pauses to remember, the peace bell ringing in solemn ceremony. Hibakusha share their stories worldwide, advocating for reconciliation and nuclear abolition. Hiroshima's story is one of devastation and warning, but also of resilience and hope. The A-bomb dome stands as a silent witness, urging vigilance against nuclear war. The city's message, never forget, never repeat. Hiroshima's rebirth is seen in its children, its trees, and millions of paper cranes. It is a beacon of peace, teaching that even from darkness, humanity can choose to heal. Its call echoes through time, no more Hiroshimas,